Hey, this is Rod and Damien with Toy Hunters Hollow, and we thought we'd bring you a look at the Silverhawks Wave 2 from Super 7. Now I know this is Wave 2, but Wave 1 was delayed, according to Brian, because of them trying to get the figures correct and getting everything right, which I'm fine with. I like that idea. They're coming out looking great instead of looking okay. So what they brought out was, in Wave 2, was Monstar's Transformation Chamber Throne, Monstar Pre-Transformation, Windhammer, Steel Wheel, and Bluegrass. They came with a lot of accessories. They look a lot to me like the cartoon. I'm very pleased with the way they came out because I didn't want a exact duplicate of Kenner's toys from the 80s. We have those. I already have them. I wanted something that represented the cartoon aspect more, and I feel like this does. I know everybody wanted, the shiny, and it's hard to get past since it was in the toy. But all in all, these are fantastic, and we're going to take a quick look at each of them. We're going to start with Bluegrass, and let's see if I can do this without knocking them over. Now, Bluegrass came with two guitars, Hot Licks and Sideman. Right now he's holding Hot Licks, and then the bird on his arm is Sideman. He came out with also this guitar version of Sideman, and also the bird more in flight of Sideman. Thought they looked very awesome. Now I will say, out of these figures, Bluegrass has turned out to be my favorite, because he also came with like projections for his guitar, like music notes and a blast effect. And he came with lassos too. I understand this one, you could pose it with a rope out and everything, but this one here, to me, if it would have had a piece on the side that you could have attached it to his hip, would have been better. Let's see. He came with two other heads. There we go. Which you can fit both the cowboy hats on there. The cowboy hat, sorry. And Bluegrass is the second in command. He pilots the Mirage, so who knows, maybe a Mirage is coming, and that would be amazing and pretty huge in itself. Any of the vehicles will be massive when they do that. Next up we have Steel Wheel, and I think he turned out beautifully. He came with Stronghold, came with two displays of Stronghold, which was in flight, and then the perched version. Now Stronghold also came with two weapons that he had made, the Screamer Blaster and the Steamer Blaster. And they look great. They look just like the cartoon. He also came with two other heads. One is him wearing his, when they pull their face mask down, and one regular head. Sorry if the bird's getting in the way. And two blast effects that would come out of his shoulders. I didn't notice till tonight that there were little pinholes in the shoulders that you could plug these into. So I thought that was kind of cool, but I don't know if I'll put those on there or not, but it is neat. And according to them, he is the team strongman. He's the muscle. So whenever, I'll be glad when his sister gets here Now next, we have Monstar pre-transformation and his throne. Now what's funny is I did not realize this or didn't remember, but when Monstar sits in that throne to transform, just like other villains in Thundercats, where suddenly my mind drew a blank, he has a saying that he does. He goes, Moonstar of Limbo, give me the might, the muscle, the menace of Monstar. And he transforms. Let's see here. Now he came with his bat, which is supposed to be they all say birds, but that one's a bat, which was Sky Shadow, which by the way, that one is Damien's favorite. The little guy coming around, which I can say he's awesome. They also came with his armored version, which when the transformed Monstar will have his wings open. He'll be in a pose like that. I rewatched some of the transformation scenes, and that chair is dead on to the cartoon. He also has a vehicle called Skyrunner, which is a space squid vehicle, which, Brian, if you're listening, that really should be first. That thing would be amazing, especially if it had his tail and the movable tentacles. I realize it's a one-seater, but it'll probably be Mirage first, but I tell you, that could be a wicked vehicle. He also came with two other heads. I think they're beautifully done. Let's see here. And then we'll move on to Windhammer, part of Monstar's Mob. I can't believe they couldn't come up with a better name. With this little turntable, I feel like we're doing the shopping network, and we only have 63 left of these, so just, make sure you buy in now. So Windhammer came with another head. He came with this head also, but honestly, I prefer that windswept look of his hair. It's like that 80s L'Oreal commercial. He's got his hair all done and he's ready to go and rip up some weather. Which is funny that he can manipulate or generate weather on planets or in space, since I didn't realize there was weather in space. He comes, of course, with his tuning fork. He's got his lightning blast, but he also came with an ice blast and an energy blast. And what's funny, when he comes around, if you look close at his face, he reminds me of, I believe they were called the Morlocks from The Time Machine, from the 60s movie. I don't know why, he just makes me think of the Morlocks. But I think he's beautifully done. I wasn't sure about the whole cloth cloak thing, but I really like it. It's way better than I thought it would be. Back around, let me grab you off so I can set you back down. All in all, we're very happy with the line. I think it turned out excellent. Some things that I would hope would be coming down the line, because Brian said that they will be announcing Wave 4 soon. So the Silverhawks are still going strong and going to be going ahead. Yes Man needs to come for him. Hawk Haven, imagine that. Imagine how massive Hawk Haven would have to be. And also, something I think that I would love that Super 7 would look into is the birds come. You can't pose all of them on the figures. I would love it if they would come up with some idea for perches to be able to put them on display, because I know some people had said something about the articulation. I want to tell you, when we're finishing up with these, you see this case behind me? That top shelf has been reserved for that team to start building up, because you see our Thundercats are right here. Okay? That team is going up there. Once we pose them up there, we won't be taking them back out. I mean, once in a while we might take them out for a picture or something, but otherwise, I don't mind the if it's limited articulation or if the ab crunch can't do this, because we don't play with them, we display them. And I absolutely love the look of it. I can't wait to find out what's in Wave 4. Brian has said another vehicle is coming. but he hasn't said for which team. So I figure that's something we're going to find out before year's end. So I cannot wait to see who it's for. And with that, I think that's a pretty good review. The boxes turned out great. The figures turned out great. I think we'll wrap it up here. And that's something. So thank you so much for watching and following us here on YouTube. I hope you'll check out our Instagram where we post a lot more on there. And I look forward to doing more reviews on these very soon. Thanks for watching.